Welcome. It's the Illblurmatic, Matic. It's the illest blurred in the land. Welcome. It's the Illblurmatic, Welcome back to Illblurmatic. What is going on? Let's thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, and also returning. Let's get into today's new video. Man, this one right here definitely is amazing to hear this news. It seems like the streaming services have found their supervillain. And I mean supervillain, okay? Dwayne Johnson, an $800 million actor turned wrestler, is going through some trouble again, right? Dwayne Johnson is in trouble with the streaming platforms for $20 million. Ouch! I would not want to be in his shoes. Let's get into it. So apparently, this issue's been an ongoing issue. Apparently, Universal, Netflix, and Disney had this lawsuit at the very beginning for pretty much copyrights. And what did Dwayne Johnson do? Something that I never heard in the streaming world ever. Okay, with streaming services coming up and being the more popular thing to watch TV shows and movies on, he has done something that I was like, man, that I ain't never heard nothing like this in my life. Okay, in my life. He apparently made two pirated streaming platforms. Let's talk about it. So the first one, which he made the most money off of, was All Stream TV. Wow. And the other one was Quality Restreams. So what happened was, he was pirating content out on these platforms. It was Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, TV show The Office. And what he was doing was he was taking intellectual property from the streaming services and pirating to his actual streaming services. Bruh, Dwayne Johnson, you weren't clearly thinking this through. And also he had a VPN actually to make it seem like it was a legit, both of them were legit actual streaming platforms. Crazy. That is crazy. I think it's crazy that he went this direction for this. It's like, man, you had so much going on. I mean, come on, like, why couldn't you just make a legit streaming platform? I mean, why go down the illegal route, taking other intellectual property and putting it out on both of your platforms? And he was making $300 million off of pretty much revenue. That was the revenue, how much he was making. Not a lot. I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, he made $15 off of one streaming platform, $25 off the other one for subscription fees. But he is in a bad place with the streaming platforms. They was like, yo, we gotta shut this man down for real, right? And the thing is, like, if he would have did it on a legit basis, it probably would have worked out better in his favor. It's like, man, you an $800 million actor. Come on. You get what I'm saying? And I think the streaming services were smart. They came together for a worthy cause for pirating websites, because we know pirating websites and streaming services are a problem when it comes to TV shows and movies, because they don't make the money off of that, because you're illegally streaming it from off platforms. The most interesting thing I found out about this, and I mean, man, this is crazy. You was able to access HBO, Disney, Netflix through the pirating actual illegal streaming platforms. Wow. That is insane. Like, I'm just like, I'm mind boggled. I'm like, this blows my mind. I'm like, what? So that means to tell me, like, oh yeah, I can go through this actual streaming platform, access y'all libraries illegally, and be able to watch it. Crazy. And you know what? I think Disney was smart for letting them go. Because I talked about that in my last video, that Disney let him go due to the allegations that happened with the wrestler. But this is probably the second strike. Because also he told Disney, say, yo, I'm going to get rid of these streaming platforms. And he didn't keep his word. So Disney was like, oh, nah, bruh. Strike two, you out. Strike two, you out. We are not going to work with you anymore. You're damaging our brand. On top of that, you've become this super villain to the streaming platforms. And the other people that are included in this lawsuit, besides Disney and also some of the other streaming platforms, let me include Apple TV, NBC, Universal. So it seems like he's made a lot of enemies. You have made a lot of enemies in this streaming platform, and they came together like the Avengers. They said, oh, nah, bro. You not getting away with this. I love that the streaming platforms knew something was going on, and they kind of came together to figure out, oh, our stuff is getting streamed illegally. They're watching it. They're getting paid a subscription fee, whether it was one of the either streaming platform he was using, and they kind of banned against them. I think it was a bad move. I get that he was trying to make it seem like it was a legit like business, but I'm like, that was one battle you weren't gonna win. You weren't gonna win it, because the thing is, the streaming platforms like, yo, we are making money off this content. You know, even though they tend to flip content to one another, you know, like sometimes you'll see Deadpool probably on Disney or whatever TV show or movie it is. You was messing up the money flow. You was messing up the money flow, and they had to take you out. They came like the Avengers, boy. It's sad, man. It's sad that he actually did this. And it's gonna make streaming platforms look at actors a lot differently now, because if they're doing stuff like this and taking their content and ripping it off and getting it illegally pirated where people can stream and watch it, they're gonna have to buckle down. And they did. They buckled down by, like I said, trying to sue him. So it's a bad thing. Dwayne Johnson, why? Why didn't you just make a legit streaming platform? Like, you're $800 million. It's not like you're a $1 million actor or a $2 million actor. You're worth $800 million. I still, it blows my mind that he still was trying to make money off of this. I guess he thought he wasn't gonna get caught. That's the thing I'm thinking. I think he's like, Disney not gonna care. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to go back to Disney anyway. You know, and all these other streaming platforms knew he was doing. Even Warner Brothers, I forgot to mention that too. And his reputation was not the thing they wanted. They're like, look, you're ruining our brands. We are streaming platforms, and we are not gonna tolerate this. We don't care how big of an actor you are. And I think I don't think he realized that they don't care. They're like, yo, you making all these shady moves? We gonna get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? But you guys tell me in the comments, are you surprised that the streaming platforms came together to stop him from pirating content from their platforms as intellectual property? And my next question, I personally, I forgot to mention this. They made an example out of Dwayne Johnson. So any actor that tries this again will not try this again. Do you think the streaming platforms made an example out of Dwayne Johnson because of what he did with illegal streaming platforms? You tell me in the comments, guys. It is a blur living in the world, guys. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Have a wonderful day. I'm out. Thank you for the support now.